Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. I am back with some videos. So I'm going to kick off a bunch of videos I'm going to make with my WWE Backlash 2018 pay-per-view predictions. I think with WrestleMania I managed to defend this beauty. Basically the rule for this is I basically won't hold it if I don't get half or more of the predictions right. Like if it's an even number, I've got to get half. If it's an odd number, obviously I've got to get the majority. But we're going to go into Backlash 2018, which is first dual-branded pay-per-view that's not one of the big four. Essentially what's happened in the space of 3 years, they've jumped about 6 years in the future. Well, I won't say in the future. So what's happened is, I think it was about 2 years ago, they announced the draft to split the brands up like they did in 2002. And now they've just brought back dual branded pay-per-views, which is sort of like, I guess, what happened in like 2006 or 2007-ish time. Which I'm not against that, if I'm honest, because we did have 19 pay-per-views last year, I think it was, and after a while it does get a bit much, and some of the pay-per-views did end up just feeling like an extra episode of Raw or SmackDown. So this one should be quite nice, and considering they've just had the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia last week. I think it was last Friday even. And obviously WrestleMania beginning of April. It's nice to get back to the usual stuff and where more interesting things might happen. So we're going to go on with the predictions for this. So, kickoff match is Bayley versus Ruby Riott. I'm going to go with Ruby Riott. This was literally just announced 2 days ago. So, not much build up there. But I'm going to go with Ruby Riott mainly because of the numbers game. That's on the pre-show. We have Nia Jax defending her Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss. I'm going to go Nia Jax to retain. I think Alexa's still on Raw, or either over to SmackDown. I think she's still on Raw for now. But I feel like Nia Jax will hold it. Maybe they'll build Ember Moon up to take it off her at some point. But I'm going to go Nia Jax to retain. We've got Carmella defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte after she cashed in the SmackDown after WrestleMania to win the title. I'm going to go Carmella to retain by DQ, I'm going to go with, or count out. Like, she's not going to get it cleanly at all, mainly because that's how she works. She does have the Iconics, not the Iconic duo, they're just the Iconics. I say it like that because it's literally Iconics. Or I think it's, well, it's like Iconics, but it's Roman numeral 2 is how it's written. Which is Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. So I'm going to go with Carmella to win by count out or DQ. We've got Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. I really want Samoa Joe to win because he is literally one of the best things going right now across both of them. Like, his promos are probably the best things at the moment because it's literally like, because it's hard to describe, but essentially the way he says stuff doesn't feel like he's sort of like when Roman does it. It's like, I'm going to go to Backlash and I'm going to do this, sort of like it's read off something. It feels like it literally comes from like pure hatred of the person he's against. So I think Samoa Joe, as much as I want to win, I feel like Roman Reigns is going to overcome the odds because he's lost at WrestleMania and he's lost at the Greatest Royal Rumble. And I feel like this is going to be his build of momentum to send Samoa Joe over to SmackDown. We've got Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. I'm going to go with Big Cass for this. It would be a great way to build him up since coming back. And they'll try and tone down Daniel Bryan a little bit. Like, it's nice that he's come back, but at the end of the day, we do have to go back to he's just like a regular superstar again. He can't be this face that everyone wants because obviously they're doing the whole thing with Roman. And obviously now we've got AJ Styles and Shinsuke and all that lot, so Daniel Bryan can sort of just fit in with that mold. So I'm going to go with Big Cass to win this. We've also got Jeff Hardy defending the US title against Randy Orton. I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy to retain. It'd be nice to have him to hold it for a bit. Don't know who will take it off him. Obviously Jinder's now on Raw, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But I'm going to go Jeff to retain the title here. We've got Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the IC title. Because The Miz is going over to SmackDown, Seth's going to retain. Because it would be weird for 2 sets of title, especially US and Intercontinental, to be over on one brand. So I'm going to go Seth to retain. Miz will then go to SmackDown. Hopefully go after the US title. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm hoping at some point him and Daniel Bryan do have a feud. It has been a couple of years building. what else we've got here? We've got Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a tag team match. I'm going to go Braun and Bobby because they've been dominating ever since they've been teamed together, and I feel like they'll just do it again now. We did have this match 2 weeks ago on Raw, I think. But I'm going to go Braun and Bobby to beat Kevin and Sami. We've got AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship, which I feel like, based on the last 2 matches, there have been a bit of disappointment because it sort of starts building up and then that's how the match ends. I feel like they'll go full on with this one, and I am thinking Shinsuke will win. I would say it's a bold prediction, but it's no disqualification. It now gives Shinsuke all the reason just to keep punching AJ in the dick, unless it's going to be AJ's wearing a cup at some point, which I'm surprised he hasn't, considering the amount of low blows he's been hit with because of Shinsuke. So I'm going to go with Shinsuke to win the title. Can be the dastardly heel. Obviously AJ can go back after him, and then maybe build up some more people to start challenging Shinsuke at some point. I don't know. So that's the 9 matches. So I've got to get 5 right. So my predictions are Ruby Riott, Seth Rollins, Jeff Hardy, Nia Jax, Carmella, Roman Reigns, Big Cass, Braun and Bobby, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I hope it will be a good show. One thing I'm looking forward to after this pay-per-view, I might be asleep to be honest because I've not been sleeping great if I'm honest. One thing I am looking forward to is Camp WWE Season 2 will start after Backlash. I'm very much looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the first season. I'm going to enjoy the second season. But that's my predictions for Backlash 2018. Let me know what your predictions are, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Right, bye.